Notification volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to a Blind Prime special news report update. This update is on the Haslab Starsaber, Victory Saber, Victory Leo, Saber, V-Star, all the names because it comes with all the stuff. We're talking about it. Hasbro Pulse just released a big video on it, 41 minutes long. Please go check it out. The guy that designed this thing and is talking to you on the video is a major Transformers fan. This guy knows where it's at. This guy he's got ideas, and he wants to make sure that this is the best product that he could possibly make for us. And wow, just wow. Listening to him describe it was amazing, and I'm just super excited about the Haslab, what's coming up. I cannot wait for my Victory Saber. I want to say go with the rest of them. Let's all say go. So, let's talk about sizing, because even though he talked about the sizing, he didn't really verbally discuss the sizing. He just kind of like, here it is compared to such and such. So, what I did is I got my friends to look at it, when he said, here it is compared to Hound. So when he compared the Saber mode to Hound, he had it right here. Here's Hound. Now, he said that, and I read in the comments, and my friends said that the Saber is smaller than Hound. But the Saber is not smaller than Earthrise Bumblebee. So we've got Seige Hound and Earthrise Bumblebee here. And somewhere in between these two guys is the proper size for Saber. So we're going to figure out what the difference is and determine up to 3 studs, because we're just doing rough estimates, we're just guesstimating here. So I want to do a 3 stud variation to ensure that I hit the mark. When you're not sure about something, give it a variation, give it some variables there. Let it have some wiggle room. So we're going to measure him based on the top of his head, because we always measure on the top of the head. This guy is really hard to measure sometimes. Because he's so big and boxy. Okay, there we go. Nice. So he is 16 studs, 17 studs tall? 17 studs tall? No. The top of his head is at the 17. So he's 16 studs tall. That's right. That's why the 16 marker is there. That's for Hound. Okay. So he is 16 studs tall. And Earthrise Bumblebee here, we're going to measure him by the top of his head. There it is. Right there. And Bumblebee here is 11, 12, 13 studs tall. So 16 studs tall to Bumblebee's 13 studs. Now, we know it's not going to be shorter than Bumblebee. So, Bumblebee, you're out. It's not going to be shorter than that guy, and it's not going to be taller than this guy. So it's going to sit somewhere between 13 and 16 studs in height. I'm guesstimating around 15 studs in height. And I'm going to look back on this video when I get the Starsaber to see how right I am. But I'm guessing, no, not 15, 14. 15 to 14. It's difficult to figure it out. What is it going to be? But I have a feeling if it measured up to the height of his bumper here, then that would put it at, let's see. Okay, so that's 15, 14 studs tall. If it measures to the height of the bumper, that is 15 studs tall. And if it measures to the lower end of the bumper, then that is 14 studs tall. So you guys, watch the video and let me know in the comments how close I am to that. Is it 14 or 15? Because I think it's 14 or 15. I'm pretty sure it's one or the other. Then again, I just managed to get it down to just 2 options. I meant to get 3, but sometimes you get closer than you intend to. But there's a 2 stud variation between Bumblebee here and Hound. So we're looking for something in those 2 studs. Okay, we're done talking about that. Now we're going to set Hound off to the side, and we're going to bring out our Earthrise Optimus Prime. Here he is, Earthrise Optimus Prime. He looks cool. So we're going to measure him on the pad so we could talk about Starsaber, the actual Saber combined with the V-Star. So there's Optimus Prime's head spot, so that means that is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wait, did I get this wrong? Are you standing straight up? You're standing straight up. Okay. Let's see, make sure I got this right, because I don't want to lead you guys astray if I screw up on this. Okay. So, make that, no, it's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, wait. Yeah. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. I could have sworn Optimus Prime was bigger than that. 21 studs tall for Earthrise Optimi. And we know that the Star Saber isn't going to be as big as the Studio Series 86 Grimlock, because if it was going to be that big, then the guy the guy on the video would have talked about Studio Series 86 Grimlock and done a comparison. Instead, it's his height, so it's 21. Boom, 21 studs tall. All right, so we're looking between 21 and 27, and that gives us a grouping of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, five studs is a pretty big variation there, and I really can't get it down from that. I know he's taller than Earthrise Optimus, but shorter than Studio Series 86 Grimlock. And that's going to actually be the same case for Victory Leo. He's going to stand taller than Optimus, but shorter than than Studio Series 86 Grimlock. So keep that in mind with the Saber and that. So a variation of 7 studs there. And I'm sorry, no, a variation of 5 studs. I couldn't get it smaller. Variation of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. A variation of 5 studs. I know, it sucks, guys, but that's what I got. If you want to talk to me about it more in the comments, watch the video, tell me what you figured out with the sizing. Maybe there's a transformer that I'm missing or not thinking about that could size. Like I have a double dealer. He's taller than Earthrise Optimus Prime. So let me know in the comments when you watch that video, what is the size of Victory Leo and what is the size of Star Saber? Because right now I have it on a 5 stud differential. And 5 studs is a lot. And I'm trying to get it narrowed down. So that's them, okay? Now, let's make sure that the camera's faced all the way back in its resting position. It is, cool. All right, we're gonna bring out the last bit for measuring. And it's the Dragon Warrior Zord that we talked about just recently. I had a friend look at the Victory Saber and explain to me that Victory Saber stands, Earthrise Optimus Prime stands up to the groin of Victory Saber. And, well, I happen to have this Dragon Warrior Zord here that Optimus Prime stands to the groin of. And so we can get a base understanding of how big Victory Saber is supposed to be by just measuring out this guy. So there's that. We're just going to keep it right there. Okay. All right. Cool. So that's 32 where my finger, well, just below my finger is 32. So I'm going to raise this all the way up and not move my finger, not move my finger, not move my finger. And then we're going to drag it back till it rests. Yep, up. There it is. We got it. Okay. Now, this is all gross measurements. So just these are not very accurate measurements at all. But we got 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 studs tall for this guy. And this guy being 40 studs tall, I'm going to say 39 to 41 studs tall because of the terrible measuring I was doing. But that gives you an idea of what to expect with this guy. The Victory Leo, Victory Saber. Man, there's so many names. Because, it's going to be a big guy. He's not going to be as big as your Earthrise Scorponok, your Generations Black Zarek, your Siege Omega Supreme, or the Kingdom Arc. It's not going to be as big as those guys. But it's going to be bigger than your Siege Skyfire Jetfire. That's definitely bigger than him. So you're looking between him and the Arc, because the Arc is the shortest one in the bunch of the Titans that I own. Probably looking, actually, oh man, I wish I had one of my Devastators built. We could look at it that size comparison. Anyway, guys, so that's a bit of the size comparison on what to expect with this new Haslab project coming up. And that's my timer letting me know that I've gone over time for this video because I didn't want to keep it short. 1 second. Computer, stop. Computer, stop. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Please do everything below that everyone else asks you to do. It goes a long way to helping me raise awareness for the blind, and it goes a long way to helping the blind find my channel to introduce them to Transformers. Because after all, this channel originally started with the hopes of introducing the blind to the wonders of Transformers and how much they can help us, the visually impaired. And then it moved on to raising awareness for the blind, because I realized, there's not a lot of awareness on YouTube about the blind, and it's a community that needs to get filled. So my missions as Blind Prime is to, 1, bring Transformers to the blind, and 2, bring the blind into every household. Let everybody know, about the blind, and raise awareness for the blind, and get the blind the assistance they need as a disabled group. We're the most overlooked disability, and it shows. But after all, we overlook everything ourselves, so we get it. That's some blind humor. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the show, and please tune in next Prime, where I will be talking about something. I had something to talk about, but I'm drawing a blank on it now. What was it? Oh well. Tune in next Prime, where you will be just as surprised as me at what I make next. Bye-bye for now.